action.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another insightful episode with Accent Nominate. This is your business and the law, and my name is Ade Damola. So today we'll be diving into a very crucial topic for businesses operating in Nigeria. So our focus today is businesses operating in Nigeria. So if you have any business in Nigeria or you manage a business in Nigeria, this section is for you. So our topic for today is Beyond Transactions, a guide to safe and compliant business practice. So today we'll be looking at business practices that you should adopt in your business. And if you look at our topic, we are focusing on a safe and compliant business. So today we are moving beyond our conversation is going to be we're going to be moving beyond transactions, talking about how you do your how you run your business on a day-to-day level. So we'll be focusing on building a safe and compliant business here in Nigeria. And running a business in Nigeria is not just about making sales. It's not just about making profits. As business owners or as business managers or players in the business field, one thing that you should understand is that building a strong foundation for your business starts with a safe and compliant practice which protects your business in the long run. So having safe practices in your business, it's not just helps you in maximizing profit, not just help you in building a formidable business, but it also minimizes the risk of falling into legal traps. It helps you to avoid legal troubles, and it also helps you to foster trust with your customers, your partners, and every players within your business space. And it is not in doubt that Nigeria is a very vibrant hub for commercial practices, but irrespective of the fact that Nigeria affords business owners the opportunity to carry on business practices, even in a very small nature. That doesn't mean that there are not difficulties, or business owners do not encounter difficulties while carrying on their business, or there are no limitations or restrictions. So one thing you should understand as business owners is that while playing within the business space, you need to focus on compliance obligations. You need to focus on best business practices, safe practices that will help you in achieving your business objectives while adhering to legal provisions and adopting safe practices. So this afternoon we'll be looking at safe practices to adopt in your business, and our focus is going to be on the Nigerian Sanctions Committee. So as business owner, has it ever occurred to you that there are some individuals or entities that you should not transact with? Is it everyone who come into your business space that you should have dealings with? Or even as a business owner who is looking for investment opportunities, or you are looking for investors or people, angel investors, or even credit organizations, let's say financial institutions, or people to invest in your business or to provide fund for your business. Is it everyone who gives you fund to say, oh, you are doing something very good, I would like to invest in this business? Is it everyone you welcome on board your business? So this is what we'll be looking at this afternoon. So one law that every business owners and regulations that business owners should pay attention to is the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act of 2022, which provides for measures to be put in place and also sanctions on people that business owners or individuals are not to relate with. So this is to say that in your business, this is not everyone who comes calling or it is not everyone you request for service that you should transact with. There are some people in Nigeria or even outside Nigeria that if they come calling at your doorstep, you have a duty as a business owner to refrain from dealing with them. And you don't just refrain from dealing with them, you also have a duty to report to the appropriate authority. So in our previous series, we've had conversations on SCUMO, which is an entity that regulates businesses in Nigeria. There are some businesses that are designated for regulations by SCUMO. So some of these businesses are financial institutions. We have some professional service providers that are also under this list. We have dealers in real estate, we have dealers in precious goods, and so many other business owners. So you can also check the SCUMO regulation to confirm if your business is within the businesses that are listed under that agency. So if your business is one that is being designated as a non-financial institution for the purpose of SCUMO regulation, this also applies to you. So as individuals trading in Nigeria, there are some people that you should not relate with, and these are people that have been they've been listed in the Nigerian sanctions list. These are people that have been tagged as people you should not deal with, and most times these people are people who are either into money laundering or people who finance terrorism activities and the likes. So it is expected that as business owners, when you identify these people in your business, you should not relate with them. And if you've been having business dealings with them, you have a duty to stop all business dealings and report them to the appropriate commission. You can report them to EFCC, that's the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. You can report them to the Nigerian Sanctions Committee. And one thing that this Nigerian Sanctions Committee, they have, it's a regulatory body that regulates business sanctions. They also publish list of people that are on the sanction list. So as business owners, it is also expected that you subscribe. You can subscribe to this sanction list. You can subscribe to it on the Nigerian Sanctions Committee portal. So once you subscribe to this agency, you get updates and reports on people, either private individuals or business entities or organizations that are on the sanction list. And once you have a list of these people, you can easily one of the ways to identify them is carrying on your due diligence. So as business owners, it is also expected that you also carry on due diligence on people you relate with. And one of the very crude or minute way to carry on this due diligence is by requesting for identification documents such as either NIN or international passport or voter's card or driver's license or any form of recognized identification channel or model that you can use in identifying people. So once you request for means of ID, then you can easily check to say, oh, is this person on the sanction list or is this person not on the sanction list? Because once a person is on that sanction list, it is expected that people refrain from dealing with them and report them to the designated authority. Like for example, we have several people whose name are on the sanction list and they are public documents, so there's no crime or there's no penalty, or we are not refrained from mentioning their names. These are lists that you can easily find on government sites or the Nigerian Sanction Committee site. So for example, sometimes in 2022, one person named as Ibrahim Ali Azan was listed in the Nigerian sanction list. we have other people such as Sali Yusuf Adamu, and the reason why these people were listed on that sanction list is because they were identified as individuals who are associated with Boko Haram terrorist group. And we also have a lot of other people like that. So you can just check the Nigerian Sanction Committee portal. You will see list of people that have been sanctioned or that has been listed on the sanction list, and it is expected that people do not relate with them. And like I said, it is not just individuals. We also have entities like for example, sometimes in same 8th November 2022, the Nigerian Sanctions Committee also listed KRA Nigeria Limited as people who are associated, entities associated with Surajo Abubakar Mohammed, listed in the Nigerian Sanctions Committee, also identified with Boko Haram terrorist group. So as business owners, when people like this come within your business space, what is expected of you? Should you continue to transact with them? Because doing so puts your business at a risk. So as business owners, once you identify people like this, and that's why it is expected that you carry on due diligence on people you relate with. So what do you do when you identify either natural persons or legal personalities like entities, NGOs that are on this sanction list? What is expected of you? One, you have a duty to identify them, and after identifying them, you have a duty to if you're a financial institution, let's say a bank or any financial institution, once you identify these people, you have a duty to freeze their account without prior notice. You don't have to get court order, you don't have to notify them, you don't have to write send them an email or anything. Without prior notice, the law empowers you to freeze their account. All funds, assets, any economic resources belong to these people or entity in your possession, and you report same to the Sanctions Committee. Then in addition to that, you also have a duty to report to the Sanctions Committee all assets that has been frozen by you and actions that you've taken in compliance with the prohibition requirements of the relevant sanctions law. And this Nigerian Sanctions Committee is not just limited to Nigeria. Nigeria also is in partnership with the United Nations, also on sanctioning of people who have been identified in the sanctions list. So there is the unified sanction list. So it's not just people who have been listed in the Nigerian sanction list. The Nigerian Sanction Committee also works with the United Nations. So if the United Nations has also released names of individuals that are on that sanction list, then you also have a duty to report any transaction by these people with your agency with the Nigerian Sanctions Committee. So once you identify these people, you also have a duty to immediately file a suspicious transaction report to the NFIU for further analysis on these transactions. Then another thing is that you also need to report these transactions. You need to give full details of their names and history of transactions with these entities. And if you've been dealing with them, so let's say we've talked about identify them even before dealing with them, but if you've been having dealings with them, you weren't aware that they've been on the sanction list, and during the course of your continuous dealing, you discover that, oh, these people, so let's even say they were not on the sanction list as at the time you started dealing with them, but during the course of your engagement, their names were listed in the sanction list. Should you continue dealing with them? No. You have a duty to stop all dealings with them, and the same process of identifying them or freezing their transactions and all, the same thing also applies to this set of people. So for for us, we advise that you seek legal counsel, and if you're unable to manage or identify people on your watch list, it is expected that you engage services of professionals who can, from time to time, they can send the list of people on this action list to you, so that you are well aware of people you are dealing with. So when people come to you to say, oh, I want to invest in your business, you can be rest assured that the people you are dealing with, they are not people that has been listed in the sanction list. They are not people that have been that their names is on the sanction. People that are financing terrorism, people that are financing kidnapping activities, which is on the rampant now in the present day Nigeria. So there are so many kidnapping activities or terrorism activities going on. So as a business owner or as a business manager, your business should not be found in the web of transacting with people that has been listed as terrorist group or kidnappers and the likes. So we strongly recommend that in your business dealings, it's not just enough to ensure that you are making profit or your business is making money, but you also ensure that you are practicing a safe and you have a safe business practice that prevents you from incurring liabilities or prevents you from being sanctioned for defaulting with the provisions of the law with regards to the kind of people to transact with in your business. So we believe that you've been able to pick one or two things from our conversation today, and we strongly advise you that you adopt a proactive approach to compliance and safety. Ensure that you stay informed about regulatory developments, and one thing you should know that this sanction, they keep updating it from time to time. So if you can check this month and you see some names there, and you don't see some names there, and the following month some names will have been added to the list. So ensure that you stay informed about regulatory development, you ensure that you seek expert guidance when needed, and you also prioritize ethical conduct in your business dealings. Ensure that you foster a culture of compliance, and this will help you to mitigate risk and also to build a solid foundation for long-term success in your business. So that concludes today's episode of Your Business and the Law with Accent Nominees. Remember, beyond transactions lies a world of opportunities for businesses in Nigeria, but success requires a commitment to safe and compliant practices. So join us next time for more engaging discussions on topics around shaping your business landscape and compliance. So once again, my name is Adidamola. Do have a beautiful day ahead. And if you have any question, you can drop it in the chat box, and one of our nominees will get in touch with you. Thank you.